This is reviewing music, and this is my very first video that I'm gonna do today. And today I'm gonna review an EP by the band Oakman. The EP is called Plastic World. It's somewhere here on the screen, and you can take a look at the album. But today we're gonna talk about it. So let's start with the review. Oakman is a band existing of 3 members. The lead vocalist is Marine. She also plays guitar. And then we have the bassist, that's Jeremiah, and we have the drummer, and that's Jesse. They're a French band, but they make English music, English language music. And yeah, they're quite like a pop rock band. They're just making pop rock. They released their first EP, Waterscape, in 2016, and they released their second EP in 2018 called Plastic World, and that's also what I'm gonna review today. But when I first discovered them, I discovered them in 2019 through Spotify because they recommended the band to me, and then I was listening to one of their songs, and I was first thinking that I was listening to Paramore, but it wasn't. It was actually their own song. Oakman's their own song, but they have some similarity sounds to Paramore. So when I was busy in my room, I was listening to the music, and then I was like, wait, is this Paramore? But then I discovered, nope, this is a different band, and then I was like, whoa, and then I really got in more in the EP of Plastic World, and then I listened through it. I also listened to the EP from 2016, Waterscape, but I didn't like it as much as their newest album or the newest EP that they released in 2018. Of course, it's not new anymore. We are now in 2020, so it's a little bit outdated. But they are. I hope at least that they're busy with a new EP, or maybe they're working on an album, because I very like to hear more of them. But of course, I want to talk about their EP and what I like about it and what I like about the songs. And of course, that they have some similarities to Paramore, even though they don't want to sound like Paramore. They want to, and I can understand it, like a band that just makes music, wants to have their own thing, has their own sounds, and doesn't want to like put in a box that like, yeah, you sound like this or you sound like that. I understand that, even though Paramore isn't not the biggest band, but they at least have quite a lot of fans. So, of course, if someone says to you, you sound like Paramore, it's also like a little bit of a compliment to them. But yeah, let's start with the review. But also, yeah, before I forget, before I'm starting the review, I'm gonna also do songs ranked of this album right now. There are five songs on this EP, and I'm gonna rank them from my least favorites to my favorite. So on number 5, it will be Mein King. On number 4, it's Clear Enough. And on number 3, it will be Fell, sorry, my excuse, the number Fell. On number 2, it will be Spread, and number 1, my favorite song of the whole EP, will be Plastic World, and of course, it's the self-titled song of their EP. So yeah, Plastic World, it's really an emotional song. I really like it, and yeah, let's start really with the review, or at least with the songs individual, talking about it, what I like about it, and what I don't like about it, or more like the feel that I get from the songs. And I would also recommend it to people that like pop rock music and love Paramore, because if you like Paramore, or if you like pop rock music, I would at least recommend to listen to them, to Oakman. And also, they have released in 2019, so last year, they released a single, Outer Space. It's not really, yeah, it's a little bit pop rocky, but they have some like more electronical, little bit keyboard sound, I think. I don't know really. They have some really interesting sound more into it, like it really differs from this EP, but still, it's a nice single, but of course we're gonna talk about the EP.
For me to come out from those memories for a while. I think it's clear now. We have to run away.
So their first song on their EP on Plastic World would be Clear Enough. Of course, Clear Enough is very popular on their YouTube channel and also on their Spotify. It's the most listened song from them by people who discovered this band or just stumble on it or realize or know the band. Like really, this band has just like really, this is their greatest hit on Spotify and on YouTube, but it's a little bit overrated in my opinion. Of course, it's still a great song. I like it. Also, it's just a good song. Don't get me wrong there. But how should I say it? I find it more overrated because it just undermines the whole EP of them. Like it's just, yeah, how should I explain it? Their whole EP is just great as a whole. So if you listen from the first song to the last song, it's just a nice experience to listen to. So, or at least that's my opinion about it. For maybe other people that have like different taste or just like, nah, I don't like it really, that's of course also okay, but I just want to talk about that they just should have at least more credit to their other songs. Like the other songs are also great and just sounds good. So the reason that I find it a little bit overrated is just, I guess, normal, if you would say. But of course, the whole EP is just great, and this song is also great. It's about running from your mistakes, or at least no, how should I say it? Growing up from your wrongs and running from your mistakes. Because of course, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody is doing something wrong in their life, and it's just normal to move on, because that's about what the song is about, like moving on and just forgetting your past, forgetting your mistakes, and just going on and try to be better, because everybody in real life scenario tries to become a better person, whether is that you do it by yourself or that someone else tells you to do that because to try to motivate you to become a better person. That's just not a normal situation in life that really happens. So it's a realistic song. It really is nice to hear it. So yeah, I like the song, but in my opinion, a little bit overrated, too much by the fans.
And you know, we can hold back the passing time. Wanna try, we never leave this place with me.
Their fourth song on their EP is My King. It's my least favorite song, but it's still an okay song. But yeah, it's the last ranked song on my list if I would rank it. But alright, the song starts with a slow, really emotional guitar melody. Then you get some lyrics, and then it really starts to pop out like a real great pop rock song, and that's very recognizable with Paramore in some cases. But yeah, it really has like a great pop rock sound eventually coming up to, like it has a little bit build up to it, and yeah, it's just a great song. It's right about the song is about like the band's trying to make their mark on the world, like getting more fame, like to get more recognition in the world. That's their goal, of course, because they're just a starting band. They just started. I don't know really how long they really working with each other, because most bands just first make music and just jamming together before they're really gonna work on an album or work on an EP. So that's of course normal. I really don't know how long they are busy with each other as a group, but still they really try to make their mark on the world, and that's very recognizable, or at least to hear in the lyrics of the song. And yeah, it's just a really good pop rock song. So yeah, now let's go into the third song of the album called Fell.
And I feel lost, completely lost. That's what I'm trying to say. Harder, screaming it harder. I'm trying to say better, better with those.
Now to their third song, and that's of course Fell. It's also on my ranked on number 3, when I would say it's like really the song that really fits to be in the middle, in my opinion. And also, yeah, it's a really underrated song, like the most underrated song of their whole EP, in my opinion, because if you compare it to their hit Clear Enough or their single that they released in 2019, then you really can't compare it, like really. I'm gonna check how many people listen to like Clear Enough, and then I'm gonna check also how many people listen on their single in 2019, Outer Space, to compare it, and then I'm gonna say how many people listened, or at least how much the song is listened to of Fell. Like really, Fell is really an underrated song in my opinion. It's about, of course, failure, like failing in life. Like everybody fails at some point. Like we don't do everything the right time. Like we don't do things every time right. Everybody makes a mistake, and that's normal. Of course, I think it's more that they wrote the song more in their own perspective, like as a band. Like, of course, there are a lot of bands that start with music and then they actually fall or fell in a way that they just like don't imagine. Like, they're making music and they're thinking in their heads, this music is awesome. Like, really, they like it, that what they're making, and they want to share it. And then they really get a lot of like criticism or hate to them, and that is of course something that can really hurt your ego and your way of making music. So what I actually think that they wrote this song is more in a way that they're having perspective, like, all right, we fell, we we did something wrong maybe in their first EP, because in my opinion their first EP is not like that great. I mean, this is way better than Waterscape, even though there still has some good elements in Waterscape in it to it that I would really like to have in this EP, but I didn't because they changed their sound a little bit. But still, yeah, it's about failure, like failing, but still keep going on, because at some point she, like Mary sings, like still keep singing, even though I'm screaming like I'm fell, like we failing, still I keep singing. Like really, that's a really strong point in this whole song, and that's also important because at some point later on in the song you get like also a really nice sound of bass, and then you get some really good guitar play from Marie, like also the vocalist of the band. Like she really can play guitar very good, and it really sounds nice. Like you get really like a very nice sound, and then you get of course the last chorus of the whole song. So really, it's a really great song to listen to. Like I really recommend it to people who watch this video or also are fans of Oakman but never dove deep really in the song. It's really a great song, and I really like it. I really love it, and it just is underrated in my opinion. Really, they really did a great job on that song. So yeah, just worth saying in my opinion that it just is underrated, and I really hope that they get more recognition from other people around the world or from their fans. So let's go to their second song on their EP, and that would be of course Spread. Or was it no? Or was it Plastic World? I think I'm mixing them in the wrong order. I think it was Plastic World. Yes, it was Plastic World. and the last song of their album is Spread. But Spread is my second favorite, and Plastic World is my favorite song. So now we're going to my favorite song of their album, their fourth song on their EP. And I said album, I mean EP. It's not a really album, it's just only 5 songs, so it's an EP. Yeah, let's go to their fourth song.
But you have to know there's a land where we're still lost. We can still find the light, but you have to look for it carefully. Because I wanted to know in a plastic world they do what they want with a plastic faith. I wanted to see in a plastic world.
So their fourth song, my favorite song from the whole EP, like Plastic World, the song that has the same title as the EP, the self-titled song. So yeah, really, this song is really made to hit you emotionally. Like it really has that soft melody and really has an important message. The song is about, or at least how I interpret in the way of the lyrics and the way how it's, yeah, the way how they really make music is like about that humans pollute the earth. Like we know, of course, global warming, like really, and global warming is really a problem, and everybody knows it. And also, there are a lot of people still that don't believe that global warming is a real problem, and other people are just like don't give a shit. Like really, that's really about what this song is about. That we should take more care about our earth, and that we live in a plastic world. Like, of course, not everything that we have in our world is made of plastic, but we have a lot of plastic in a lot of products, and we just throw a lot of it away. We don't recycle it, or we don't use it in a different way, that we just throw it away and it gets burned. That's very bad for the environment. Or it just gets into the environment, and that's also bad for the environment. So really, the song is about, yeah, take more care about your earth and don't pollute it with plastic. That's the way how I interpret it. And really, Mary did really a great song. She really let her vocal sound like, she really like put her emotions out through the song, and it's very hearable with the song. And it really it really hit me with great sound. It really hit me with emotion, and it really is just, it's an emotional song, and a just beautiful song. I really recommend this song. It's not really underrated. I mean, there are a lot of people who listen to this song, and I think a lot of other people would find it also great if you like a soft song and an emotional song a little bit. So I would at least recommend this song for, yeah, for people who gonna listen to this EP. I will also put this EP down in the description, like a link through Spotify in my video. And now we're going to their last song or the EP, and that's my second favorite song if I would rank it. So, and that would be the song Spread.
When I see what's all around, I see disaster and desire spread into the world, or spread into our minds. Is it now? Walk through that door. Is it now? Through the storm.
Their last song of their EP. I every time want to say album, but I mean EP. So, yeah. Their last song of their EP, Spread. And yeah, Spread is really a great song. Of course, it's still my second favorite song. Like, Plastic World is still my favorite of this whole EP. But Spread is also a very good song to close off the EP. If you like listen to it from start to finish, like an album, then it has really it's really like a good close song, like to keep to end the EP. Like it's a really a nice song. Alright, so what I can tell about the song is that it's just really let me think about the song Now from Paramore, because at the end of this song, Marine is really putting her voice very good performance at the end of the song. Like really, she let hear her power of her voice. Like really, that she has really a great voice and really can put a lot of decibel sound out of it. And I mean not like screaming like metal, but like really a great sound and really great performance. Like really, singing is of course not easy. Of course, everybody technically can learn it with of course a lot of reading stuff. Like really, I cannot sing. Like I'm terrible with singing, but people could learn it. And what she really did here in this song is really like a great performance, like top quality. The song is very simple. It's not very like really. Of course, I can understand that this song is not like really getting to a hit, but still, if you would like going to a live concert of this band and they put this song like really like as an end song or somewhere at the end of their concert, it's really can have a great impact on the whole experience of it, and that's really what I want. Also, this song is like more underrated than the other song that I find actually most underrated, because like Fell should be have more, yeah, more should be have more recognition. But I can understand why this song has like is a little bit lower. This song is only listened 6,000 times, or at least by people who follow this band or discover this band, and I found it a little bit, yeah, a little bit sad. But on the other hand, I can understand it. But still, overall, the whole EP is great, and this song is really like a good closure to the song, like really with a great folk performance from Mary, and of course the other band members. Don't forget them, like the drummer Jesse and the bassist Jeremiah. Really, they're great guys. Just they're putting really good music out there, and they're of course French people. I really like when I first listened to this band, I was like thinking first they're American or somewhere like like really English people. But then I really checked them out on their website, and I found out that they're French, and I was like, whoa, of course it's not rare or weird that French people make English music, but most of the time you would not expect that, because there's also a lot of French music that's just French. But yeah, they're young people. I don't know what their age are, and I don't want to get into that, because they're just like the starting band. Of course, they want to have their own privacy. Their last names are not on their site, like only their first names. So, of course, privacy is due given when, of course, everybody has their own privacy, so I respect that. But yeah, really, it's a great band, and I also hope that they will do something in 2020. Like, really. I want this band, if they see this video or listen to this video, if you listen to this video, Oakman, I really want to put you guys to, of course, I cannot say what you need to do, but I really want to hear a full-fledged album of you guys. Of course, if you make a new EP in 2020, it's also great. But I hope that you guys will make a full-fledged album, because you really guys have the potential to at least make an album and put something really great out there, because this EP just shows me, or at least in my opinion, and also your single Outer Space, that you really can make great music, that you really can make hits, that you really can do something great. Of course, if you going to in the route that you're gonna make an album with the music or the songs from the EP Plastic World, okay, but maybe you're gonna make something totally different, something new. So I'm all in for it. I really hope you guys to have a great 2020 as a band and as to go forward with new music. So I really hope to hear something from you guys in 2020. And for the people who are watching this video on YouTube, like other people, because I don't expect maybe that Oakman will see this video, but if they do, then I just said what I wanted to say to them. And for other people watching this video, just take a listen to the song. It's down in the description, the link to Spotify, to their EP. Like, really, I would recommend this EP the most. And of course, you can also listen to the other EP if you are more interested in the band, and to their latest single into 2019. So yeah, I really hope you guys are gonna make great music 2020. And for the people who want to listen to it, just take a listen to it. It's really a great EP. And also, if people want to put something in the description, or in the description, I mean, in the comments, people can just say whatever they want. I don't really care if people even gonna say your English is terrible, blah blah blah, because I'm a Dutch guy. I'm from the Netherlands. Of course, we have English lessons here, but of course my pronunciation cannot be always be that great. Like, I'm not from England or from America, so sometimes my pronunciations are like terrible. So at least I try to work on my pronunciations to sound better in these review videos, because I started this YouTube channel just in this year, and this is my very first video in 2020. So yeah, I hope people liked it. So leave a like if you liked it. If you want to subscribe, that's very appreciated. And yeah, I'm gonna make somewhere next week a new video, I hope, about another review. I don't know what I'm gonna review yet, but at least I'm gonna review something. Maybe something old, like something at 2017 or 2019. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what I wanted to review. Of course, I try to review things from this year at most. Like, if I discover something this year and I find it like really great and I can review it, then I will make a review about it, because there are some albums that are coming out this year and I want to review it. So yeah, and also, if people want me to review a certain album, you can also put it down in the description, because mostly my taste of music is like rock music, rock pop, metal, synth pop, synth music, electronic rock. I do like those kind of styles. Sometimes rap, like hip hop, but not really much. Like, I'm not really like a hip hop guy. So yeah, people can still put an album or an EP or song in the description to say, hey, I want to review this song. I would like to hear someone else their opinion about this song. I can do that. Like, I can take my time to listen to the song and review also that, or the album or the EP, of whatever what you want me to review. If, of course, it needs to be music related, but I can also review on other stuff. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video of my next review. So bye.